Lahat ng drama, lahat ng tawanan, lahat ng iyong all-time hits. Ang tanging huntahan ng Masang Lamaw. Number 1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews at 6.
Good evening, and welcome to koolNews at 6. 12,000 policemen will ensure the security of Bicol students as classes resume on July 29. Brigadier General Andre Dizon, Bicol Police Chief, told reporters on Wednesday, July 17, that their personnel would be deployed strategically, particularly in schools, on the first day of the school year 2024 to 2025. Aside from mobile patrol teams, 2 policemen will be assigned to each school to maintain peace and order and ensure the safety of every student, Dizon said. Police assistant tasks would also be established in every school and crime prevention tips disseminated, he added. We also advise students to monitor the children's activities to prevent them from falling victim to crimes, especially drug-related ones, he added. The Department of Education data say that 1.7 million learners are expected to enter schools this year in Bicol. The interior town of Maguindanao, Samar, will receive 100 million pesos in funding to construct a bridge that will link formerly rebel-infested communities to the town center. In an interview Wednesday, Mayor Aaron Boller said the 30-meter concrete bridge in Maduroto would start within the year, replacing a makeshift bridge set up by a contractor and repaired by the local government. The tall bridge will benefit thousands of residents from 12 villages. We are committed to ensuring that the construction of this bridge will not only connect our barangays but also bring sustainable development to our communities, Boller told the Philippine News Agency. The bridge is funded under the Payapa at Masaganang Pamayanan program, which is under the oversight of the Office of the Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity. The structure will form part of the road connecting the towns of Maguindanao in Samar and Las Navas in northern Samar. The upland areas of these towns are hiding places for New People's Army rebels. Panama projects have been implemented in different parts of Samar Island to address injustice and improve community access to social and economic interventions. Maguindanao, a fifth-class town with a population of 47,000 people, is one of the recipient communities of Panama projects since some areas have been affected by armed conflict. Of the town's 20 villages, 4 are still affected by the NPA's armed struggle, the mayor said. South Korea-based company Miro Systems condemned on Wednesday the allegations that it was supposedly involved in the bribery incident with the Commission on Elections, COMELEC. According to Miru, the claim not only stained its reputation, but may also sidetrack the COMELEC's preparations for the 2025 national and local elections. This is a serious allegation that should not have been made public without any evidence, Miru said in a statement. This baseless and careless accusation not only maligns our reputation, it also detracts us from all the work that needs to be done with the Commission on Elections for the 2025 national and local elections, it added. The committee said that it maintains a professional relationship with the COMELEC and will cooperate with any investigations. We will cooperate with any government agency that will conduct an investigation and may even consider pursuing legal action if necessary. We support the COMELEC's call for redress in the proper form, it continued. Miro Systems will be the supplier of the voting machines for the 2025 midterm elections. Miro's statement came after Sanggip Representative Rodante Marcoleta claimed that an unnamed COMELEC official allegedly received 1 billion pesos from banks based in South Korea to 49 offshore bank accounts. Afterwards, COMELEC chairperson George Garcias then said that he was the one being alluded to by the allegations but has then denied them. Four Japanese wanted for their alleged involvement with a telecom fraud syndicate based in Cambodia were arrested in two separate operations in Pasay and Ranake City on Tuesday, according to police. In several reports issued on Wednesday, the National Capital Region Police Office identified the four suspects as Masaya Sawada, age of 43, CG Suzuki, age of 29, Koji Yuda, age of 27, and Jun Kirohara, age of 29. Police said Sawada was collared by authorities at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport in Pasay City after his flight landed at Terminal 3 from Cebu. Following his arrest, the three others were apprehended in a follow-up operation on Jakarta Street in BF Homes, Ranake City around 2 p.m. No other details were provided regarding the case against the four suspects. They are now under the Regional Intelligence Division of the Regional Special Operations Group custody. NCRPO said it is coordinating with the Bureau of Immigration and Japanese authorities to deport the suspects. The reconciled and final version of the Philippine Maritime Zones Act was approved by a bicameral conference committee panel on Wednesday, according to Senate Majority Leader Francis Tolentino. Tolentino, who also chairs the Senate's special panel on maritime and admiralty zones, confirmed the matter to reporters in an unabashed interview on Wednesday. Approved na, he said when asked about the status of the measure. The primary objective of the Maritime Zones Bill is to declare the Philippines maritime zones in accordance with the standards set by the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. It also aims to clarify the geographical extent of the Philippine maritime domain and at the same time specify the legal powers that the Philippines may exercise over. Yung salient points ay isinama natin yung sa Palawan at sinama natin yung sa Philippine rights. Tapos ni reconcile natin yung provision ng internal waters at saka archipelagic waters, which is legal and technical, he added. According to Tolentino, the measure is now up for signing of President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., but he said it's still uncertain whether the chief executive will be able to sign it before his third State of the Nation address slated on July 22. Hindi ko masigurado, but it can be mentioned, said Tolentino. Earlier, Tolentino admitted to believing that the creation of a Maritime Zones Act had been overdue, but it's now more immediate considering the increase in cases of aggressive actions in Philippine waters. The court's ruling convicting ACT Teachers Party List Representative Fras Castro and former Bayamuna Party List Representative Salto Ocampo of child abuse involving Lumat students is a substantial victory for children and the indigenous peoples. An official of the National Task Force to End Local Communities Armed Conflict NTF Alcock said on Wednesday. NTF Alcock Executive Director Ernesto Torres Jr. also said the Gadam City Regional Child Court's RTC verdict reaffirms the task force's dedication to protecting children from exploitation and harm. The RTC convicted Ocampo, Castro, and 11 others for violation of Republic Act No. 7610 or the Special Protection of Children Against Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act. The court sentenced them to 4 to 6 years in prison and ordered them to pay 10,000 pesos civil indemnity and 10,000 pesos more damages to each of the 14 minors. The case stemmed from an incident on November 28, 2018 when the Lumad School sa Lubungan Tangunu Ikganogon Community Learning Center in Barangay Palma Gil Talaygod town was shut down by tribal leaders upon orders by the military. The teachers left the area, bringing with them 14 Lumad students. They were fetched in a van by the group of Castro and Ocampo in another sito after they walked in the dark for 3 hours. Ocampo and Castro were part of the mission in Gacom City when they received reports that teachers and students of the Sadlupungan school were allegedly being harassed by an armed paramilitary group called Alamara. Torres claimed that the school was teaching Lumad learners to rebel against the government. It was established for the purpose of teaching IP children to read, write, and do some arithmetic. However, there is deception in its establishment because the main purpose of CDG's communist terrorist groups that time is to have a facility where they can radicalize indigenous children as early as grade 1 until they become teenagers, he said during a media briefing. They were taught how to monitor the movement of our security forces. They were taught how to go against the government, do rallies here and there, and to 4-H for the CPP, NPA, Communist Party of the Philippines, New People's Army, he added. In 2019, the Department of Education DepEd ordered the closure of 55 schools managed by the Saklubongan Tantangung Ikanogon Community Learning Center, according to a report by former National Security Advisor Hermogenes Esperon. These schools were accused of being communist rebel fronts. The group Save Our Schools Network decried the decision, saying that the DepEd has reduced itself as a stamp pad for the military who have been targeting Lumad schools in Mindanao. ACT teachers and Baimuna also deny allegations that they have ties with the CPP and the NPA. However, Torres claimed that Castro and Ocampo were in the area because they wanted to sabotage whatever is left. The impact of this is increased awareness among our citizens, not just in Davao region but across the country, that there are such schools that are being hubs of NPA recruitment, he added in Filipino. In a joint statement, Ocampo and Castro denounced the decision as unacceptable and unjust. Our resolve is strong and we feel that this will be dismissed at the end of the road. We will face this. We will not hide or evade our laws and our justice system. We are ready to face the people and say we really did nothing wrong. No child abuse. We did not do these allegations because our advocacy is for the education of the youth and Luma children, Castro said in an interview with reporters on Monday. Don't go anywhere. Cool News at 6 will return after these messages, so stay here. We will be right back. Welcome back. Commissioners of the Commission on Elections, COMELEC, said on Wednesday that personalities who claim that the agency was engaged in wrongdoing should utilize proper channels so that they can respond properly. According to Commissioners Socorro Inting and Nelson Celis, these personalities should bring their case to a court of law so that evidence on both sides can be properly presented. Huwag kayo pumaris sa martes. Do not crucify us in the court of public opinion. Crucify us in the courts of law because we will be ready to face you with our evidence, Inting said. Kung gusto nila mag-akusa, let's sit down. Kung gusto inyo, dalhin sa korte. Kasi kami, during my time, dinadala rin po namin sa korte yan. Kung meron kaming allegations, Celis said. Meanwhile, Commissioner Amy Ferrolino likewise agreed that this issue should not become a trial by publicity, while Commissioner Marlon Casquejo, who described it as an attack on the COMELEC itself, said that the persons who accuse the Commission of wrongdoing will be held accountable. Clearly, we see this as a direct attack not only to our chairperson, George Aaron Garcia, but to the entire institution. As you can see, we are united. So we will see to it that those persons who are doing this malicious attack against the institutions ay mananagot hanggang sa huling-huli. Casquejo said. Give us a fair chance. Wag naman yung unfair na sweeping accusations. Ayusin nga nila yung akusasyon nila at sa tamang form. Wag yung trial by publicity. Ferrolino added. In addition, Commissioner Ernesto Jr. said that the COMELEC has always been transparent in their actions, and Commissioner Ray Rule said that the persons who accused them should see the performance in the 2025 elections before making claims. Magkikita inyo sa sinubukan po namin gawin lahat ng mga hakbang na kitang-kita tanggumpayan dahil ang gusto po namin ay wala pong makapagsasabi na kami ay kumikilos sa kadiliman or in the shadows, Pagsada added. Alamin niyo po, bayan inyong po patunayan namin na kaya namin itong eleksyon na ito. Na kaya naman namin gawin to your expectation. Pag hindi po ay hindi naman po natutulog ang batas, di saka inyong kami balikan. Hulay said. The statements of the officials came after accusations that around 49 billion pesos of funds were transferred to several offshore accounts connected with an unnamed COMELEC official. Garcia said that he was the one being referred to by the claims, but has denied the allegations. Okay, give me a second. Alright, there we go. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is on top of finalizing his speech for his third State of the Nation address on July 22, the palace said on Wednesday. No other details on Marcos' preparations, however, were provided by the Presidential Communications Office. The president is on top of finalizing his SONA speech, the PCO told Malacanang reporters. He has no engagement today because he is preparing for the SONA, it added. Press Secretary Chiloy Garafil earlier announced that the state-owned radio television Malacanang will again direct Marcos SONA. A total of 20 million pesos was set as the budget for this year's SONA. The House of Representatives has banned SONA outfits with derogatory words or political messages. Vice President and outgoing Education Secretary Sara Duterte on Wednesday said she ordered all Department of Education DepEd officials to stay in their respective posts until the new chief replaced them. The day I resigned, I sent them a message and invited them to dinner. I told them, all the U-Sex and A-Sex, please stay until the new secretary will remove you because otherwise it will be detrimental to the department, Duterte told reporters in a chance interview in Cebu. But Duterte noted that some officials have already expressed their decision to leave the department. But some said they have decided to leave DepEd. Two will proceed to the office of the Vice President. And then one, we will discuss what the arrangement will be, she further explained in her native tongue. Duterte admitted that she has yet to meet with incoming Secretary of Education Senator Sonny Angara, but said that a short meeting has been set before the turnover ceremony on Thursday. I know that Senator Angara has been with the government for the longest time, longer than me, so he understands the need to improve the quality of education in our country, Duterte said. On Tuesday, DepEd spokesperson Michael Baugh confirmed that he and four other officials resigned from their post. Baugh said he and the officials resigned to give the incoming Secretary of Education, Secretary Angara, a free hand to choose the people that will form part of his team. Angara will be replacing Duterte as chief of DepEd after the latter resigned on June 19. She did not provide a definite reason for quitting and only explained that her action was not a sign of weakness as it was steered by compassion for teachers and students. And in international headlines, Taiwan should pay the United States for defense, U.S. presidential candidate Donald Trump said in a wide-ranging interview that has cast doubt on the relationship between Washington and Taipei should he be re-elected in November. In an interview with Bloomberg Businessweek published on Tuesday, the former president was asked if he would defend South Taiwan from China, which claims the island as part of his territory. I know the people very well, respect them greatly. They did take about 100% of our business, I think. Taiwan should pay us for defense, he said according to a transcript released by Bloomberg. You know, we're no different than an insurance company. Taiwan doesn't give us anything. While Washington does not diplomatically recognize the island, it is a key partner and major weapons provider to Taipei and recently passed a multi-billion-dollar military aid package aimed at countering Beijing in the region. Taiwan is also a major powerhouse in the crucial semiconductor industry, producing the majority of the advanced microchips needed to power the global economy. A leader in the field is Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC, which has been a key beneficiary of Washington's CHIPS and Science Act, passed in 2022 to attract companies to invest in building chip factories on American soil. Thanks to the law, TMSC is building 2 plants in the United States and announced plans for a third in April, bringing its total investment up to $65 billion. Trump lamented in the interview that Washington was giving them billions of dollars to build new chips in our country and that they are going to take that too. I don't think we're any different from an insurance policy. Why? Why are we doing this? They almost took almost 100% of our chip industry. I give them credit, he said. Acknowledging Trump's comments on Wednesday, Taiwanese Premier Chow Jung-tai pointed out Taipei had steadily boosted its defense budget in recent years. We are willing to take on more responsibility. We are defending ourselves and ensuring our security, he told reporters during a press briefing. We are also clear that Taiwan-US relations have been very strong in recent years. Maintaining peace and stability of the Taiwan Strait and Indo-Pacific region is our common responsibility and goal. China has said it will never renounce the use of force to bring Taiwan under its control and has also ramped up rhetoric about unification being inevitable. And now it's time for the quick showbiz news. Wait for it. Coco Martin, Julia Montes travel abroad. They remain silent on Willie Remain's anak remark. So they had spent a trip in Doha Qatar International Airport. So there you go. And that will be it for Cool News at 6. As always, you can send a news tip or feedback to us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. And we will be back with more headlines later with Cool News Prime Time at 9 tonight. Until then, I am Aspir. Good evening.